Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here. Come at you guys with another banger Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today. And we have a lot of interesting targets to go over. Crackhead buyouts, as you can see right here on the front page, and more. But before we begin, guys, if you have not subscribed, hopefully today's the day to earn your subscription and hit that notification bell to those who are subscribed, because sometimes with these market watchers, they're a little time sensitive. You know, you want to know when to get in on a card before it spikes. You want to get rid of a card at its peak, etc. So hitting that notification bell not only does it ensure that you don't miss an upload of mine, but it also helps, save you some money, or even maybe possibly make you some. Hashtag not financial advisor, by the way. Also, hit that like button. 100 likes on this video, that'd be great. Check out my sponsors in the description. TCG Player, whatnot, Tapio Cards. Tapio Cards has some awesome Yu-Gi-Oh merch, by the way. Use code Saki for 5% off. It's awesome. Also, join our Discord if you haven't already. We have a lot of stuff going on there, and it's great. And we're just going to get right into this here. Also, I have a P.O. box. If you guys ever want to send me packs, or you want to send me some cards, let's say, you don't want to hook up your info to, say, YouTube, that's completely fine. You guys could just send me some stuff through P.O. box. It's in the description below. Want to mention that because I always forget to mention that, and I got reminded on my last live stream about it too. Ultimate Dragon, Pride and Soul, Rage of the Abyss. These are 110, but $300 here. This was the only listing until someone popped this up here. As you can see, this card was always a little shaky, but it was never really higher than, like, say 75, 80. This card has been bought out once before though, and right now I would love to show you how much they're selling for, but unfortunately TCG Player has made this choice where they're not, unless perhaps I don't know how to click this. There is that as well. They used to show the prices on what they sold for, and I absolutely love that. And now they don't have that, and I really hate that change. I hate it quite a bit here. Now we have the other Dragon of Pride here from Infinite Forbidden. These are about 50, about 51, 56 here, going quickly up to $80 if you want to have this card before it spikes up. It's not bad, and I can definitely tell you from not only keeping an eye on this card, but the graph, this card's always been around the 45 to 54, 52 range. So these prices aren't necessarily bad. I'm actually surprised there's as many light plays on the market as there is. I don't know if it's a quality control thing, but I mean, it's a relatively new card, and people aren't really playing this card. They're really just sleeving it up, putting it in a binder. So I'm kind of wondering how there's so many lightly playeds out there. Dragoon, I went over this last market watch. I get that, but this card has been going up even further at $53, $60, $75, $90 here. Now, look, I'm telling you guys this as someone who is an affiliate of TCG Player. When you use my link to buy anything on TCG Player, it doesn't have to be just Yu-Gi-Oh! I get a percentage, and it's to no additional cost to you, right? So I'm saying what I'm about to say because while I have a benefit not to, I'm not like that. Whenever there's a buyout on TCG Player or a card keeps going up like this, never ever be afraid of exploring your other options. All right, even online, you've got eBay, you've got other websites as well, Troll and Toad, stuff like that, and as well as your own community. I mean, there are people probably in your area that have this card that are very much willing to get rid of it at something reasonable for the both of you. And remember, you're also paying tax whenever you buy online. So whatever these prices are, let's say you spend, I don't know, $100 on a card. Depending on where you are at, you're paying some tax. You get it IRL, most likely you're getting it for less than 100, but you're also not paying that tax. So most likely. So there's also that to keep in mind when you grab these cards, or you could trade for them, right? Not always just buy, you could just trade. There's also that. So just keep that in mind when you are looking at these cards and their buyouts as well. So I actually ended up picking myself up a QC Caius at a price that was pretty good, actually. And I ended up looking at these, and they're about $61 here, going up to like 63, 64. And shoutouts to my boy Reaper, by the way. I appreciate you. He told me, hey, what are some plats that we should be looking at from Bonanza? What are some ones that are really, really good? Well, one of them I actually have here is actually Caius here. These plats are about $6, $7 here. And usually when a plat is less than 20% of the QC, I kind of look at it as a good pickup. When it exceeds 25 to 30%, I kind of start looking towards the QC more so. Not that anything's a give or take answer, but like when, especially if it's a very popular card, like let's say it's a staple card that's like, you know, 20 bucks and I see a plat at 2, I'm more so looking at the plat like, wow, that's really good to pick up. That's kind of my way of looking at plats here. And as you can see here, let's say the QCs, let's put 61, 62 here. These are about $7 here, less than like 15%. If it was solid $6 and this was 60, that's 10%. So it's like 12%, 7.5. Plat Caius's, I'm really looking at these as very good pickups. Another thing I want to quickly mention about Caius here is we can talk about the high rarity. We'll might as well look at the ulti because it's cool all day, right? You have the structure deck ones here for probably like $7. Yeah, like about $5 here. That's not even first edition here. You have their Duels League promos. You have the Ultra from Gold series being some money. We all know this, right? We have the Duels League promos here, but even some of the comments on this second page, and I really want to point this out, like the battle packs are 4s, supers are 5s, the commons still $3, $3. Well, no, that's a different one. But point is, Caius is always worth money. If the commons are $3, the plats will move at 6, 7 by far. Ultis, by the way, today are about 600 for light play. Near mints are 630. I remember when this was a grand, I said no thank you, and I'm still saying no thank you. Blue Eyes White Dragon, this is another plat that I'm looking at because the deck, I believe, still has to play the vanilla Blue Eyes. $7, $8 here for your plat Blue Eyes. This is actually pretty good, seeing how the QC is about 140 here from this set. Let's see here. Yeah, about 140, 145. Yeah, 140, 150 here. So the plats at $7 here. I mean, guys, that's like a very small fraction, like 4%. Very good to get the plats of these. Upstart Goblins, these are $7 here, going up to 9. People look at the QC at 45, 50, and they're like, wow, I really like this. But these plats, they were cheaper around the $5 mark, and I mentioned them, but now they're a little higher. These are still great to get as well. Heavy Storm's a $4 card. The commons actually were $2. A lot of people were very unaware that before Bonanza, the commons were about $2, and they still might be, you know, a little bit of value here. Getting these at the $4 mark is not bad at all. In fact, I do want to check up on the QC. These are $42, 43. Wow. I ended up actually getting a copy of this as well. When these were about, I think they were like way lower than this. They were like, yeah, 20s. I got this early on because someone just wanted, I forgot what they wanted, but I was able to pick it up in a trade, and I was like, you know what? I'm very happy with this. I would gladly spend a $20 on a QC Heavy Storm, you know, regardless, and I'm glad I got my copy here. Promethean Princess here. I understand that's all about the QC and that fire is falling out about time. $4 or $5 for your plats, though. It's very hard, you know, to really argue against getting this because whenever we have something with fire element, they're going to look at Promethean Princess, right? They're always going to look at this, right? Because, you know, you're able to basically, could be interruption and it is an extender. QCs right now are 92, going up to 110. So people are populating this card. They understand that, you know, Fire King Snake Eye isn't really doing anything. Goes up to 115. The sales data here, I mean, you still see sales, but January really hasn't shown us much here. And that's kind of what we need, is we definitely need to see this being used more, or else it will go down. I still think this is a fantastic QC to get. Phantom Nightmare is definitely a set that you should be keeping an eye out on. In fact, every time I look at it, there's a buyout that I don't understand. We went over low already. We went over Packbit. We went over Ubel. We went over so much of this. Doug Chargers going terminal here. Even Arsenal Falcon. We'll take a look at Arsenal Falcon. We'll actually want to look at Poplar and Unity as well. I want to look at both of them because Poplar looks... Look, this is at 1 of. I get this, and I know that it's definitely a card that is not really too used anymore. But seeing the QZs at 27 just is insane to me. I'll always look at this like, wow, this is crazy. And I fully understand why. I actually think that this is a card that you should maybe bookmark and keep an eye out on. Because I don't think people want to even sell it at 27. I get why it's low. I mean, really, this card has fallen off the face of the planet now. But it's always wild to me seeing these, like, industry giants just immediately fall off. I mean, you literally could see the 200 point right there. Yu-Gi-Oh is a crazy card game. Rising Rebellion, Falcon, QCs. These are low on listings right now. They're like, you got one here for 25 cheap. Then they go up to 42. I remember this card was as cheap as like, maybe not that low, but I remember this card was like a solid 20-ish at one point. Raid Raptor is a very popular archetype, if you guys do not know. Always has been, by the way, so not really too shocked about this at all. Also, very quickly, if you guys have not hit that like button, hey, 100 likes on this video would be awesome. All right, so go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't, don't know what you're doing. Let me know what cards I'm going over in the next market watch in the comment section below. There will be a Saturday Night Live market watch, by the way, so do not worry. Gonna try to get that discussion video as well. Actually, it might be a live Friday night market watch with that deck profile Saturday. So you guys are in for some treats this week. Magician of Bonds and Unity QC. These are $51, $70, $80. So people really are getting this Phantom Nightmare one. There's also the Age of Overlord one, which the new ones are stacked at 70s. I want to go over this one. This one's also 50, which is kind of okay. Yeah, these are like 50 here. I'm surprised because this one should be the hardest to get because Age of Overlord did the best. But I guess maybe it's because it's cracked open a lot. Who knows? Mirror Force PLATS are a solid $3 here. I actually really like that. That's not too bad. $4. I have yet to get my QC. This is the QC that I really need, and I think I'm almost basically done with whatever I want from this set badly. I don't think I have the red eyes either, actually. Plat Stratos. I have this in my 5 cards out of your trade binder, which you guys should totally go watch. $2, $3, $4. I could see this hitting 10 as well. This card was bought out at 80 something, and then it kind of started relaxing. QCs right now are 60 bucks, so not, Plat at $3, $4, you do the math, not bad. We already went over Fiend Smith. I fully understand that, but tracks are 127 today, going up. Lacrima, which I thought about this card at 50 being very good. 90, 95 here. A lot of people was like, nah, this card will never be even 100. It'll be 150. I was like, nah, it'll be low. So I guess I should have got mine for collection purposes, but I kind of slacked because it was a one of. Engraver QCs are 200, 210 today, going up to 275. And then you got your secrets at about 95, 100 again today. White Forest. A lot of people haven't mentioned this. They're like, hey, Saki, look, we're getting, the Phantom, whatever the new dark set is. I forgot what it was called. Supreme Darkness. Should we be getting White Forest? Is White Forest going to go ham with the new support? What's going on? Here's the thing, personally. I think the deck with Azami and Wanted is actually quite good. I've seen the builds. I really like it. Personally, I'm playing Malice because it's really fun. But I do have the whole deck sitting on the back. So it's not like I have to, I just have to end up sleeving and practicing this, and then I'm really good. But right now, these are 95, 108, 125. If White Forest can actually secure a place in the format, this can easily sell for over 100. But it needs to do something more, because White Forest, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, it's done nothing, blah, blah. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but it hasn't had the impact people thought White Forest would, and that's the problem. So we need to see what Supreme Darkness does. We're going to go over Deception really quick, because that's the bigger 35s for your L's, let's say. So still some value. Your Stellars are 18, 19, so better than the $10, $12 they were. That was quite low that they were those. The QCs are 75, 90, 95, 110. Fun fact, people thought this was going to be the better one than the White Forest. I still think this one's good. It's just White Forest is more so needs to be played with other cards to be very, very good. And just because of how things mash, a Stellar just isn't as needed. It's not that it's a bad card per se. That's kind of the hard truth about a Stellar. If you play White Forest, you understand what I'm saying. Deception of the Sinful Spoils. Now, I talked about this card 27. I said, you know what? It can't go much further. Go pick it up at 27. Now they're 35. They go up to 38 here, which, by the way, you should be picking up this card for White Forest as well, because they will play a zombie package with it. 40, 44. I actually think that, yeah, 34 for this card is still quite good. If you got these at 27, hey, good job. You made some money. I remember when these were 70s, and I was thinking about moving them, but I kept them for a bit just in case I want to play them because I wasn't too sure if I want to play Malice or not. And I ended up keeping these, and I'm kind of frustrated a bit, but if I end up playing them, whatever, right? QCs are 85, going up to 100 here. Still not bad at all for these QCs. Very good price. D Prison, a card that I really want in Stampede, which, by the way, if you guys haven't checked out, I have my Stampede video. It's going to be on one of these end cards here during the end of the video. Go check it out. I think it's 120 likes. I do a part 2, and I think we're at like a 113. So we're actually very close to that. Now, these super rares here, I actually want these really bad because I only have one copy. They're 32, 35 here. So they're, quite cheap here for this card in the grand scheme of things. People still want the game promos. You've got your ultras at about 10, 14. Commons are still like $4, maybe 5. Ulti Goyos here. I want to go over this as well. Gonna go without photos. $50 for a light play. I know we have the QC, but these are still very good for what they are. First sets are going to run you about, what, 140? Yeah, still 140. The first sets of this card have always gone ham. It's nothing too shocking. I have like every rarity of this card. I don't have first ulti, but I have like first set OG, DT, all that stuff. Where are QCs at today? Yeah, $11. You know what? Not bad. The only big oh wait, it actually has the old text. Huh, hold on. Let me check one thing really quickly here, guys. Hold on. Did they do that? Okay, no, never mind. It just has this. Okay, never mind. Thought they had old text there for a second. My fault, guys. Test Panther from Chaos Impact. So someone in my comment section said, "Hey, Glad Beasts are getting support. Are going to get support. They're on the chopping block, but hey, nobody's looking at Test Panther, and this card is very good because it literally just helps them, kind of in a way overextend. So very, very good here. These are dollars here. First eds though, because this matters for Chaos Impact. 19 listings, kind of low on these listings. They're like $3 here. Yeah, might be good to get this as a penny stonk. It does have the super rare here, but people will prefer the ultra, as well as tin supers look really bad to me. Don't know why, but they just look like dog to me. Heraclinos, 8 light play, $86, $90. So you have 2 light plays here. Very cheap until the near mint at 142, 200, 246 here. Those ultis, hey, it might not be bad at 86. It really might not be. Ultras are 6s, 7s here. Dual Genesis secrets here are, let's see what these are at. These aren't secrets, my fault. These are just the special edition supers. $4 still, and then the secrets here, I would just go grab ulti. I don't really mess with the secrets. 58, 70, yeah, just go get the ulti at that price. Retiari, a card that really, really needs a reprint. These rares are $20, going up to $50 for Turbo. This is dog shit. Secrets are like 38, 45, but the first eds, because it's Crossroad of Chaos, if you guys don't know, it's very rare to get first ed Crossroads of Chaos, because Crossroads of Chaos, the only way you can get first edition is actually from the tins. So yeah, first ed is absolutely rare. Same with like Stardust Overdrive and so another set, I always forget it. Yeah, about 200 here for your copies. 175. Disgusting if you ask me. War Chariot here, another card that would be very, very good to grab, actually, if it becomes a card in Stampede. 14s, first eds are about 15 here, right? Yeah, 15 going up to 18 here. And then we also have Kurakara here. Actually, one more Gladiator Beast card that I actually want to show you guys here. So QCs of this card are about 15 on very low listings. As you guys see here, they're about, 15, 16, around that. Yet these plats are pennies on the dollar. I actually think it's very good to get these at pennies. It's actually very, very good. The difference between this plat and the QC, I mean, literally like it's a percent. It's kind of insane. So I would rather have a plat for 1% of the QC. I'd rather have 100 plats than 1 QC. My honest opinion. And then Kurakara here, this card's also getting bought out. These are like 23, 30, 35. People really did. Ooh, Branded Fusion's actually kind of going up a little bit, huh? Then we could check up on Exodia too real quick. I love giving you guys that longer market watch here. You guys know it. But yeah, current cars going up because, hey, people think it's good this format. They're trying to test out. It is a hand trap that people forget about. And those ultis were way too cheap. Now, branded Fusion. These are, what, 11 bucks today? About 11, 15, 16. Near mints are very low on listings, actually. That's kind of insane. You do have that wall of 13 at $14. They could have done something really funny, put it at 14, but oh well. But then it quickly kind of goes up here on the next page. So if people do end up wanting to knock out this wall of this little wall here at 13, might not be bad at all. I mean, the same thing with like a Luber here. These are like, now they're like 7, 8, but these were $3 at one point. And you could see the remnants of this actually. Aluber is one of those cards where, like, I mean, Branded kind of fell off, but if it ever has a format, I think ultis could kind of go back up. You do have QCs, though, at, like, $8. And, again, QC matches the deck a lot more. Exodia had ultis. These are, like, $8. I know that people are going to, like, look at this in 3 years. It's going to be worth money. They're going to be like, well, we knew it. And I'm going to be like, yeah, but who? Oh, Little Fat Tony. Guys, shout out my boy, Little Fat Tony. He's the man. He's the GOAT. If you guys don't know, you know, one of my favorite guys in the scene. Absolutely love him. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. Shout out to Salt and Friends too, by the way. Because they're kind of, I always see them together. So, yep. And then OTS 25. How bad is this looking? Diviner at 16. Yeah, garbage. 8. Fucking funny. That's funny. Dollar. Yep, this set's kind of trashed. Well, with that being said, guys, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what cards we'll go over in the next Market Watch in the comment section below. Guys, thank you to my YouTube channel members especially. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot. Consider being one. Check out Discord in the comment section below. Always love it. And look forward to that top 8 deck profile on Saturday for Ritual Beast. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.